Hello there everyone, and welcome back to Kerbal Space Program Better Than Starting Manned. We are here at the Kerbal Space Center, and I was advised that perhaps I should either get the OKTO, which apparently is one that we can actually switch off, which would be very helpful for interplanetary flights, and I might use it. I'm also really giving some serious consideration to the refined rocketry for the fuel tweaking, which we'll discuss today. So, let's get this show on the road. So first of all, whoops, we do not want anything to do with what is in this part of the station, so we're just going to get right out of here right now. As far as things go, I was actually thinking I do need to go back in here because I need to look at the aerodynamics. Okay, that 3.75 meter heat shield. Oh, because that would possibly allow us to land a atmospheric enter, a probe to Eve in this flight. So that is... That might be worth it. Because the next contract we have... now, if memory serves correctly, Ike is the moon of Eve. So we are going to go for the full meal deal here. And we're also going to test the SRB KDK 25K on an escape trajectory, assuming it's not something that's a real pain in the ass to deal with. So we'll take that along with us on the trip as well, and hopefully we can actually put it to use. And those are the contracts we're going to carry right now. And so we have 2 designs to do today. We need to plan our Eve mission. That's sort of our primary goal. Let's figure out what this thing I just grabbed is. Is it a... It's a very, very large recoverable booster. Recoverable booster. How is that supposed to work? And we're supposed to test it while leaving? No, we won't do that as part of this... this trip, I don't think. I'm not even sure how the recovery would work. It's designed to be recovered, but I'm not sure if it's got actual built-in recovery or not, so we won't worry about that. Alright, so our best probe right now is the Probodyne HECS. So the question is, could we design a probe that could be mirrored twice over for use on 2 separate landings? Should be adequate RCS. Got to make this nice and compact. This is going to be a very, very little guy. But actually we do need to include... small. This thing is going to have its own built-in solar array. We're going to put a large battery on it. We're going to grab our solar. There we are. Alright, and it places it based on the center, so if we... So that would give us 8. The question is, will 8 be adequate for our purposes? I would love those to not be clipping the way they are right now. Could we use radial decouplers to attach those octagonal superstruts? Let's see. Doesn't look like it. Okay. Let's see. How could we do this? Actually, if we put the... we do it this way. Put the tank on top, battery below. That'll make it not clip as badly. I'd love to push it out a little further. Hopefully that is legal. feels a little off kilter to me. It might not be enough anyways. Let me think here. So we're building a interplanetary landing core. It needs to have a bit more power in reserve anyways, because this thing's going to be transmitting large data sets back, including the variable imaging. Actually, hold on, we could design that differently. Let's not worry, let's not put a variable imager on there after all. Could we do it this way? Actually, we could do it this way, couldn't we? Put that on top. We'll grab a single communicatron, brand new one. That's annoying. Okay, to the bottom it is. Let's just hope that that doesn't explode or something annoying. Let's do twins, and we'll just put them right on top of each other like that. That's as close to the center, I think, as it's ever going to get. Okay, I wish I had thinner RCS tanks, but actually that'll be a perfect spot. Let's see, we do need one more battery. We also want to be careful about mass here, but okay, this thing is going to be transmitting back. It's got solar. Temperature, under ideal circumstances, it'll be transmitting barometer. All right, let's get the angle snap on. Barometer. What weighs the same as barometer? 2 thermometers, as usual. One, 2 thermometers, 1 seismometer, seismic accelerometer, and 1 gravioli scanner. Because we're going to places that have gravioli as well. Okay. So there's all our science that is going to land. So I think I know what the mission profile is going to look like. We'll throw on 1. Yeah, I think that'll be the right tank for the job. Do I have any of the side mount engines? I do not as of yet. But for where we're going, an LV909 will probably do the trick. Yeah. So the question is, could I get a lander onto Eve? My thought is probably maybe if I buy the heat shield, I could do it. That could be done. Now, if I want this to work a little better, I do need to put this. Hold on, how much does that weigh, anyways? 0.025. It weighs the same as a thermometer, you say? Well, that could just make this whole business a lot easier. So if I put that right there, that's a protected spot for that. I think 1 more battery would be in order. Because we want to be able to transmit this science. We don't want to have any trouble on that front. So it's a 13-ton ship with a single LV909. I would love to use those little engines. Utility, there we are. 4 landing struts. That should do it. All we need now are the RCS controls. 4 there. 4 there. That should be enough. These guys... Yeah, this guy won't use too much. Okay. So if we call that, this will be called subassemblies. This will be called mini Moon Lander Mark 1. Except I think I am going to lean towards... I need the, I want to use the OKT 909 for this, but I'm thinking about it, and if I get the heat shield, I can actually send a lander to Eve and have reasonable odds of it landing intact. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to get that tech. Because I'm pretty sure that with my current technology, I can get to Eve. That's not an issue. Not a question on that. So ironically enough, because of this 3.75 meter heat shield, we're going to go to Eve instead. And if that doesn't play out right in the design, we can always send a mission to the moon to get a few more samples. I'd love to get that, though. Man, tough calls. Okay, now we're going to grab this. Here we go. Because, yeah, we're going to design a lander for Eve now. So of the stuff that we have here, so this thing weighs 14 tons, okay? What we don't need for landing on Eve. All of that. Don't really want the solar panels for landing. We'll want one more battery. We'll want the new heat shield. Heat shield. There you are. Just make sure I attach that wrong. Wrong, right. Good. Okay, let's give me some struts. Put those right there. You know, I'm actually leaning towards maybe one more battery. I'd rather have too many than too little. That's a 12-ton lander, though. That's getting kind of weighty. Nah, 3 should be plenty. Alright, and then we throw on top of that, we need parachutes. Gonna need at least 4 of these. If we get 8, we can squeeze on. We could squeeze on 8. I think that might be worth the trouble. Let's turn off that symmetry mode. We're gonna center it manually. Right on that right there. Perfect. Okay. RCS. You know what? We don't need nearly that much RCS. So let's move you to there. And yeah, we'll do it this way. We'll put everything on the everything right here. We'll put it out in the outer radial edge of that. And put that right there. The thermometer right beside it. That'll be fine right there. And then the seismometer can go right here. The RCS tanks can go away. We are still going to want RCS, but we're going to want it much more compact. 2, 3, 4. So what we're going to do is we're going to put the RCS. I did put that in the right place, right? Wrong place, right place. Yeah. We will grab grab 4 of these mono propellant tanks. We'll rotate them until they are at 45 degrees so that they look awesome. Let's just see a little... Of course it's a 6-sided structure, isn't it? There we go. That's more the look I'm going for. And 1 thermometer and 1 antenna. 1 seismometer. And one gravioli scanner, because actually I don't need a gravioli scanner, do I? Well, balances it out. I don't know. I might. It depends how this plays out. Okay, and then we need just some RCS thrusters on it. Get the snap on. Yeah, put you right there. Snap off, and we'll put 4 of you on there. Four of those. Okay, 4 RCS thrusters, 8 parachutes. I wonder why those are rotated so strangely. Well, won't worry about it. Okay, and this should be called the Eve Landing Probe Mark 1. Okay, and saved. Okay. Now to put it all together as a single unit. This should be called the Eve Eve Transit Mark 1. There we are. Okay, so we're going to use the 50-ton plus Mark 1, which we've used successfully in the past. But, oh, right, I don't want that as my core. Get rid of that. Undo. Come on. Undo. You. Alright, seriously, let me out of here. Something's gone horribly, horribly wrong. Back into the Space Center. Alright. Alright, so we need our command and control probe here. And this command and control probe, how are we going to structure this? Alright, well, we need, the one piece we're going to need that we don't have yet is the imager. Now then, the sub-assemblies we need are Mini Moonlander. We need the Eve Probe, Landing Probe Mark 1. We need a Solar Array Mark 1. Nope. Do I not have... I guess we'll make a Solar Array Mark 2 here quick. So we need one of those. And octagonal superstruts are the cheapest. 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we're going to have 2 of these probe cores, each using 2.48 per minute. Do I have my calculations here still? Okay, yeah, I need 4 per probe, and I'll need more than that to actually maintain electrical levels. Utility, solar panels. There we are. I'll start there. 1, 2, 3. So we're going to do 5 per axis, I think, this time around. Okay, let's see. Can we do a 5th? We can do 4. I think we'll just do 1 more superstruts worth and pull them out to the end, like so. So we'll do 5 panels per. That'll be way more than enough for the flight, especially with the extra panels we're throwing on here. Or that we have on the lander components. Alright. So then the next part is designing this thing to actually work the way I want it to. Oh, okay, that's not going to play nicely, is it? Alright, maybe we move everything back just a little. Okay. Just move these down a little. So let me know if the solar is going to be excessive, because that'll be useful information. Alright, so then just to continue this along. So departure order, this is going to be departing first. Is there any way I could put that somewhere else? It'd be really nice to put it further in on the ship. But it is designed to be at the top. Okay, well, let's see. This is going to be the... Let's do it this way. We'll get rid of that. The Eve lander is going to be attached to this right here. And the this thing here is going to have a now we can take it to we can take that to Eve. Sure, no problem. We can land it on Eve. Okay, and now we need a decoupler. We only need a we only need one of these decouplers. Okay, now the question is, that solar panel is actually going to be useless now. So there's no sense in bringing it. So 4. Okay. Now then this right here, this part, needs to go in there with a, not a decoupler, we need to use a, very carefully use. I have an idea for how to manage this. It's going to be a bit touchy. Utility. And we'll do a docking port right there. Put it right on there, because there's no intention of this ever being able to redock. But there is every intention of being able to allow this to redock. Yeah, that's how we'll do it. So what we'll do is we'll just basically take the two halves of the ship apart, back them away from one another, and then attach the engine and these two, the upper and lower parts of the ship, back together again when we're done. Sounds complicated? Yeah, it probably is, but I think that's the best way to get, without getting into really fussy models of, okay, that's not going to work. Actually, it might. Okay. I'll try attaching you there and see how it goes. There we go. Okay. Alright, and then we take these. And we will attach it to here. That's weird. Why did it go kind of nuts on me? Uh-oh. Probably because it's not recognizing the mirroring properly, but you know what? That's okay. Or I could have just put it in the wrong place. That's gone a little bit wacky on me. Come on, let me select the, there we are, got him. Okay. That actually should be pretty stable that way. It's this middle part I'm mostly worried about, but it should be okay. Yeah, so there's going to be no solar panels going down to Eve's surface. This has just a small supply of solar panels. I don't care if the engine blows up on landing. So now we'll get one more... No, we got triple batteries there, double batteries here, so there's no reason to have batteries on the lower part of the stage. We have now got a 40-ton probe. So yeah, this thing is designed. We don't actually need a gravioli scanner on here, do we? But we need one more right there. Okay, and you can go up just a little. There. Okay, and this is the command module, the primary module right here. Okay, so 40 tons. So first piece of information that is absolutely critical, this is definitely not enough power or guts to get to Eve. Because this is a lot heavier than previous designs have been. Because it's accomplishing, the goal is to accomplish 2 separate tasks in the process. I'm actually not 100% sure if I'm going to be able to get a ship to Ike now that I think about it. It's a bit of a hard one to get to, but no. We should be able to do it if we're careful. Careful and patient. Actually might necessitate a slight redesign of the whole mission, though. Just thinking here. If we put, instead of doing that, I think we're going to launch this as no, we're still going to do it the way I planned, with this as a separate unit right here. The only difference being we are going to attach the all-important axial. This is going to attach down to that tank now. Oh, come on. What happened? Okay, zooming in. Where's that piece that I've just lost? All right. There it is, okay. So you need to go away, because you're obviously acting a little odd. There we are. And there we go. And we're going to do the rest of these are going to be discarded and replaced. Because the idea of attaching it to something that is questionable in its stability just does not appeal to me as much. Come on, what's wrong with you that's not wrong with the other ones? Come on. There we go. There, okay. Good. 4 anchors. So that's 40 tons. So how much fuel can we get on here before it overweights? We can push it to about 50. Okay. That's enough for a very little engine stage right here. Probably a poodle. Put a poodle stage right there. Okay. And this is going to need its own command and control too, isn't it? If it's going to do what I wanted it to do. But it's going to have it via stage 2 down here. This is going to be just a very small interplanetary stage. So the last component we need then is a Rockomax docking port right there. Okay. Mark part 1. Eve Explorer. What was I going to call this? Eve Explorer. Explorer Mark 1. Okay. So what you're seeing there is so what we're going to design. I'm going to design off camera is going to be basically a interplanetary engine stack. It's going to be designed to get a 50-ton payload to Eve. So the question is, if I lift 50 tons worth of hardware, will that be adequate for the job? Let me know. I was going to design a space station today too, but I think that's not going to be necessary for the profile that is beginning to develop for this mission. Okay, so 50 ton plus lifter. I don't actually know exactly how much this is going to be. This is capable of lifting. Pop one. Okay, why is it only allowing for... That was weird. Okay. So the question of the day being, do you think we can get this ship back intact? Or this piece? I think it's hypothetically possible. If I'm patient. Mark 16... Mark 25. It's a drog chute. Alright, I'll take these off. Whoops. Where'd they go? I lost those parachutes. There are 8 parachutes attached to it somewhere. Okay, good. That's just reattached those. Oh, even better. Okay, you come off. You go away. You go on, and... There. Actually, what would work even better... Nah, we'll just do it that way. Okay. So the next critical part is making sure the staging is okay. I don't even know if I can get at that piece. Unless it's Ghost. Okay. So. Oh right, this hasn't been redesigned with the better engines. Let's get the better engines on here. Okay, get rid of these. And these. Snapping. The question is, how is that going to be a strong enough lift? It should be. Lifting a 50-ton payload. I mean, if we can accomplish both these missions on one flight, that would be pretty amazing. Okay, and that goes there. And then just to prevent wobble, we will run... Okay, so these will trigger separately as 2 stages. All those guys are going to trigger right at the beginning. Yep. All the engines, all at the start. Okay. Stage 2 is going to be these. Stage 3, 1 engine. Don't want them both active. Your stage 3. This one's going to be set up to do almost no maneuvering to get into its docking. It's going to be all about this one. Definitely want the parachutes in a separate stage. Although it doesn't really matter that the decoupler and these parachutes are in the same stage. But let's just make sure nothing terrible happens. Okay. Okay, so there's the Eve Explorer. This is the science component of the ship. So next we need to launch the, or design the lifter. And I will do that off camera because this has already taken a while. I'll show it to you at the beginning of the next episode as we get ready to actually fly this thing. Barring any serious concerns that you guys might have about the design of this or how much mass you think it's going to take. So, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye for now.